Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is episode 10 of my lipstick roulette project. We are really getting close to the end here. I'm getting so excited. I really come to enjoy this project. I think in the beginning I was enjoying it in the beginning, but increasing the number of products to 10 a week has made me feel like I'm actually like kind of comparing things quick enough and I'm remembering what I just tried and I'm not forgetting things. So I actually think that while it wasn't my original intent to do that many products in 1 week, I feel like it's really helping me kind of get rid of items that I probably would not have. So anyways, let's go into 4 products that I'm putting into my love category this week. The first one is my Star Wars lipstick, and this is in the shade 70. I'm not really sure if it had like another name in another life or whatever, but this is swatched right here. This is a really beautiful metallic-y kind of shade that works really well over the top of like a lip liner, and I love this. I think it is gorgeous. I'm definitely keeping this. This is going into my love category for sure. And I thought it might be too metallic, but it's not. It works really well for me. I really enjoy that lipstick quite a bit. The next one going into my lipstick love category is my glossy lip by e.l.f. in the shade Berry Blush, and it is right here. Now I have to say I do not love the applicator on this thing. It is a brush tip and it's a little messy to me. I don't get the precision that I like, but at the same time this is a very nice gloss. It shears out really well. There's a ton. I don't know if I will ever like get through this before it kind of maybe goes bad, but I have a lot of glosses and this is one that I wouldn't mind working on. It's a nice warm neutral kind of color, but again not too pigmented, and I quite enjoyed it. The next one is another gloss by Revlon, and it's a color stay in the shade LA Exclusive, and it is swatched right there. This one is one that I've used quite a bit in the past. I have like a little mark back here on the back from when I was just kind of keeping track of where it was at the beginning of maybe about a year ago, where it was just from natural use. And I mean, I've used a good bit, but I need to use it quite a bit more. And yeah, it's a nice little shade. It leaves a nice kind of stain behind without like looking too intense, and this is one that I could definitely see using quite a bit, so that one's going to stay. The next one is a shade from Ulta. It's a high shine lip gloss. Now this gloss tends to be a little bit more pigmented than I like. Kind of like those sheer formulas with like the little bit of glitter in them. Those are like my favorite kind of lip glosses to wear. This one is swatched here. And it's a nice pink. I said in the last video that if it was something that I could see myself using over the top of the lip liner in order to use it up, that because it's a mini, I'd probably keep it and try to use it up, because I tend to do okay with these in project pans. So this is one that worked just fine over a lip liner, and I definitely intend to try to work through that. Hopefully this next year, that would be ideal. Now, moving into the kind of maybe category, the I like you but I don't love you kind of category, I do have a couple products going into there. First up is a Max Factor lipstick in the shade Simply Nude, and it is swatched right here on the end. Now this is a really nice nude shade and it's very creamy. I did not remember how creamy it was, and it's beautiful. It's very nude and it's slightly cool tone, like it's a little pink leaning, and for that reason I don't think I'll wear it a ton. I actually would put it into my loves category, except for I want to kind of compare it to some other things that I've kept. Because if I've kept some other things that are spot on dupes, then I might be able to let this one go. So it's going into the maybe category, even though I really like it. Now the next one is one that I had 3 little mini of these lip lingeries this week, and this was my favorite of the bunch, and I think that's why I kind of tossed it into this category. This is the lip lingerie in Push Up, and it is right here. It is the darker of the 3 that I pulled, and I think that's why I'm putting it also in here, because it's still too light, I think, to wear on its own. I still have to wear it over a lip liner, but because it is darker, it is the most wearable of the 3 for me. So I felt kind of guilty being like, I don't know if I can get rid of 3 in 1 week. That feels kind of like it feels like I didn't give them a fair shot in that way. But I'm gonna put this in the maybe category, give myself a little time to think about it a little bit more. But yeah, it's a nice color. It's just, I wonder if I will actually really grab for it over other items that I have in my collection that are bullet form and that I know that I love. The last one here is my Ulta Beauty Matte Lip Cream. I don't know the shade, but it's this purple right here. And the reason why I'm putting this in the middle category, the maybe category, is because I think I have other lip products that I know I had 2 purples, one that I've kept, one that's gone in the middle category, and I want to see how similar it is to those 2. because again, the formula of these like weird purple, like very bright purple colors are so uncomfortable. I had the same issue with this one being uncomfortable as I did the Tattoo Junkie one that was in a couple rounds ago, but I do intend to keep like one really bright one, and I will deal with the discomfort of it, but I want to make sure that I keep the right shade for me, and until I get a chance to swatch them next to each other, I won't know what that is. So I'm going to put it into the maybe category until I have a chance to really critique what shades I want to keep, and then I can kind of pare down from there. And then lastly, I have 3 declutter items this week. I'm so shocked. Like going into this project, I thought maybe I would get rid of like 2, and I think right now I've gotten rid of more than 10, like 11 or something, so this will push me up. Not quite at 15, but you know, oh my god, I can't remember the exact number I've decluttered so far, but it's more than 10, which blows my mind. So the first one is, oh no, I got them out of order. The first one is Medicine Mauve, and it is swatched here. And this was one of my first colorful lipsticks I remember buying, because it looked to me in the tube like it was kind of crimson colored, kind of purpley leaning, and I wanted to get into some purples, but I was afraid to kind of go there with purple. But I realize now, while the shade was fun, and I used a decent amount of it, but the texture of this lipstick has changed so much. It is so like stiff now. It's not creamy like it used to be. It smells like Play-Doh. Oh, like, I just got it on my nose. It smells like old Play-Doh, and yeah, I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna say bye to this one. I'm a little bummed that I ended up having to throw it away because it's just bad, but it is what it is. The next one, and I'm not sure which is which now because I accidentally got them out of order. One is in the shade Lace Detail and one is in the shade Satin Ribbon. They are swatched right here. They're very similar. One's a little bit more pink in undertone, one's a little more peach in undertone. And if I had my guess, maybe this is the peach one right here and this is the pink one. But yeah, neither of these work for me. They both kind of do the same thing. I have to wear them over a lip liner, and they go on matte, and which is not a bad thing. I do like matte lips sometimes, but I just don't think that I'm likely to reach for super nude lip toppers that are matte. I tend to like a little more of a glossy lip because I think that helps my lips look a little bit more full, and because I don't see myself really using these up or reaching for them that much, I'm gonna try to tell myself to let them go. So 2 more going into the declutter along with the other ones. That's 3 declutters for this week. Okay, I have my little bag here of lipsticks of what we have left. Let's go ahead and pull 10 new ones this week and see what we're working with. Okay, let's swatch the ones in here, or let's swatch the 10 that I have sitting in my lap. In no particular order, we have the shade London Posh. This is another Revlon Color Stain Moisture Stain lip gloss. I do really remember liking this one. It has a little bit of a reflect in it, which is kind of odd, but I don't know now how it will pair up. It almost feels like it would work better over a lip topper, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of a test this week. We'll kind of make our mind up and see what happens. Then I have my last Star Wars lipstick. This is in the shade 50. Now this is probably my memory serves me correctly, this is probably my least favorite because it's more of a shade that I wouldn't reach for as much. The orange one I love to reach for. It's very fun, very duochrome. The other one you just saw is it's like a nice neutral shade, and this one is a deep purple that I don't remember being that consistent for me. I felt like it could be streaky, so I'm excited. It's been a while since I've used it. I'm excited to give that a little test and see if it's keeper or not. Then I have the shade Strip Down. This is a Color Jolt by Maybelline, and this is, I believe, I think I've decluttered one of these and then put one in my maybe pile, so we'll see. I don't dislike this formula, but I'm not overly impressed with this formula. Now this shade is a really nice shade. This is again Stripped Down, so I'm excited to reach for that. That's probably the most wearable shade that I've pulled so far of those. Like, I think that's the last one I own, but yeah. Next up is a Liquid Catsuit in Give Me Mocha, and this is a beautiful shade, but at the same time, I think it's a little bit deep for what I tend to pull for. So yeah, I will give it a fair shot this week and see what I think, but that is a very large lipstick, and I don't know how much of that I would use. The next one is Eurotrash by NYX. This is one that I put in my very first, like, not my first project pan that I did on my own, but the first one I did on Instagram way back in the day, and I didn't even know what I was doing on Instagram, but this is the shade here. It's a nice formula, but holy cow, it took me so long to get the progress on it that I even got. And I mean, I used a good bit, you can tell, but I should have known then that lip products were gonna be something that I was gonna pan quickly, because I felt like I wore it so much and didn't finish it. Yeah, anyways, moving into the next one. This is a Essence one in Kiss Me If You Can, and it is I don't think I've ever worn this. No, it looks new. Maybe I've swatched it. Oh, it's a red shade, and I will give it a shot this week. I can't tell, does that look neutral or does that look more blue leaning? It almost looks like neutral to me. Another one here we have is a red leaning one, is Monte Carlo from NYX. And again, this is probably, or it looks like it's gonna be darker in the tube, but when I swatch it on my hand, it's a little bit patchy, but I don't think it will be on my lips. Let's see. That is it right there. Maybe a little bit deeper, a little bit more berry in undertone, but we'll see how that fares this week. Then I have another NYX one, lingerie one in Corset, and this is a nude shade. Very cool tone, almost like a cool tone brownish. I mean, cool tone nudie, almost kind of brown undertone still, without being too gray. That's interesting. We'll see how that fares. The next one is Siren's Jewel. This is the one I remember using for like Aquaman, because this just screams Aquaman to me. It is right here. It's gorgeous, such a fun color. I also think that way back in the day, like I went to an NFL party like not that long ago, maybe 2 years ago, and the Seahawks were playing. Was that, how many years ago was that? I don't know. But I remember, I think I wore this for that. And it was a nice, really pretty color, very fun, like statement lip. And the last one I have here is a Too Faced Melted Metal shade in the shade Debutante. And I love this shade. I already know, like I love the shade in like the dead of summer and spring. This is such a fun like peachy coral shade, but it's got that it's got a gold flip to it, but it's not like too metallic. It kind of looks, it almost looks glossy on the lips instead of looking like that girl's wearing metallic. So I really like it. Spoiler, probably gonna keep that one. But yeah, these are the next 10 lipsticks that we're gonna focus on this week. Make sure you say hello in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.